Hello, this is Dennis Madden, and welcome to Gears Overdrive. This is an accompaniment to an article in the January 2024 edition of Gears magazine called Your Greatest Challenge, The Essential Steps to Project Completion. Now, it's one of my favorite topics. Creating a project sounds pretty simple. There are some elements and steps you'll want to follow to get to its completion. But the one thing that is often overlooked before you start anything with a project is making sure that you have created a business culture. Now, what do I mean by that? That is to say that the employees, everyone on the team, knows and understands why you're in business. And I have something interesting to share with you on that. Guess what? Only you know the reason. You have the plan. Now, I'm going to use the word mission statement because it's a common term, and you'll get a general idea of what I'm after here. But it's a statement, a single sentence or a couple of sentences that describe why you're in business, what your purpose is. Now, too often, when people go to create a mission statement, they'll hire a professional to help them with that, and they'll get their entire team on board, and they'll spend a weekend crafting a very nice statement. And outside of that wonderful weekend, it's never looked at, it's never applied, it's never understood, and people go about their business the following week as if nothing ever happened. So avoid two mistakes. And this is going to sound authoritarian, but I really want you to think about this. Two mistakes. Do this yourself. Don't have your staff involved. Number two is don't hire a professional. And I'm not being critical about professionals that might be able to help you, but don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. I'm going to show you some examples here where businesses, well-known businesses that have been around for years, have completely blown it with this. And also what happens, by the way, when you get your entire team involved, all of a sudden they become 10th grade English teachers and start using all sorts of fancy words and completely leech the meaning out of whatever idea you have, and it turns into something that isn't worth anything. So spend a weekend, you and your spouse, and decide, what is your business about? What are you trying to do? Make sure that the customer is involved with it. If your immediate thought is to make a profit, throw that idea away. You will make a profit if your customers are served adequately, or more than adequately, actually. So let's take a look at a couple of very poor attempts to create a mission statement. Let me share my screen here with you. And here we go. All right. All right, there's the title of it. This is the High Rev column, January 2024. Let's take a look at a couple of them, and you'll get the idea right away as to how not to mess this up. Blockbuster. Now, I just got these off the internet several years ago, and some of these companies that you see may have changed their statement. I have no idea. This was probably 5 years ago or so that I looked on the internet. And this is an exercise you can do as well. Go to some of your favorite companies, businesses that you enjoy, and see if you can find their mission statement, get an idea of what they're about, or even seeing if they know what they're about. So here we are at Blockbuster. Diversity means valuing differences. It's a corporate value that must be continually developed, embraced, and incorporated into the way we do business. Now, does this say anything about entertainment, movies, anything of the sort? No, this was created by staff, corporate suits. They probably had a professional come in and make sure that they put the right buzzwords in there. And by the way, they went bankrupt in 2010. Let's look at another one. Walmart. This is one of my favorites. Look how simple this is. Saving people money so they can live better lives. Wow. Everyone can get on board with that. They're saving people money so they can live better lives. It's beautiful. And you don't have to put this up on the wall or anything for customers. You can if you want. That's not the important thing here. Keep in mind that what you're after is that everyone on your team understand why you're in business. Apple. Now, I'm not sure when this one came out. It could have been while Steve Jobs was there. I don't know the answer to it, but I found a couple of renditions. And this first one is to make a contribution to the world by making tools for the mind that advance humankind. Not too bad. It's a little lofty, but we'll go to the next one and you'll see what happens when too much thinking gets involved. All right. Apple designs Macs, the best personal computer in the world, along with OS X, iLife, iWork, and professional software. Apple leads the digital music revolution with its iPods and iTunes online store. Apple has reinvented the mobile phone with its revolutionary iPhone and App Store and is defining the future of mobile media and computing devices with iPad. Ugh, this is horrible. It really doesn't tell you the essence of why people there get up in the morning, why they go to work, and the impact they make on their customers. But this is a good one. CVS Health, helping people on their path to better health. That's another one. That's like Walmart. It's just so simple and everyone can get on board. And I hope you're getting the idea of what you're after with this, something very simple. Don't overdo it. I've got a few more of these here to share. Ford, one team, one plan, one goal. And one goal means an exciting, viable Ford delivering profitable growth for all. Doesn't say anything about transportation or the customer or how cool they look in that Mustang, nothing like that. AT&T, to connect people with their world everywhere they live and work, and to do it better than anyone else. With its convenient and comfortable convenience stores, qualified sales staff help customers get the most from your technology products. You see what I mean? These are well-known companies, and they're doing a terrible job at this. It's become an exercise, and I'm convinced that what happens with these mission statement projects is the goal is to get enough of the right words in there, something that that they can put on the wall and they can check the box and say, yeah, we got that done. It really doesn't do anything for their staff or their business or make certain that the business is treating their customers the way the owner wishes. Sears, to grow our business by providing quality products and services at great value when and where our customers want them, and by building positive, lasting relationships with our customers. I think I'm just about done here, but here we go. Xerox, to become change agents and innovators. Now, if there was ever an example of using buzzwords, this is it. We use Xerox Lean Six Sigma and on and on and on. It's horrible. I'm not even going to finish it. And I think this is the last one. At Kodak, we believe that by doing well by our shareholders also means doing right by our customers, employees, neighbors, and suppliers. With that in mind, Kodak operates its facilities and designs and markets its products and services not only to increase shareholder value, but also to promote development of the individual, the well-being of the community, and respect for the environment. Ugh. That may be one of the worst ones of all. Now, when you go through this, avoid any of these buzzwords. This is where, like I said earlier in the segment, where you get into being a 10th grade English teacher and wanting to throw in all this stuff like strategic and diversity and synergy, all this nonsense. Get rid of that. Keep it simple. Why are you in business? Now, I have two examples that I want to share with you, and they have completely different outcomes. And so this, I hope, will really highlight why this is so important. All right, so I've got two businesses, CJ's and United, and I just made those up for the sake of the article. They're fictitious, but one of them operates under the idea that they're going to save their customer money, or they're going to deliver them the best choice for them, given what the customer can afford in the situation at hand. It's not going to be that every car needs a rebuild, and they're going to look at add-ons to increase the price. None of that stuff. They're looking at the customer. They have a problem. They need to get back on the road quickly, and that's the business owner's mindset that he or she wants to convey to the staff. Here's one. At CJ's Transmissions, we get the customer back on the road as quickly as possible without unnecessary expense. Now, everyone on your team can get on board with that. There may be solutions that might be a little more profitable, but they add 2 or 3 days to the job because the parts aren't available. So perhaps a reman might be in order because they're looking at two things. What is the cost to the customer? And recognizing that this disruption has messed up their day and their week, and they want to get their car back as quickly as possible. So this is a clear vision of what this shop owner of CJ's is looking for, and he or she can convey that very easily to their staff. Now, perhaps there's a different business model, and this one seeks to ensure that the car is in great running order. They're going to look at the wiper blades and the radiator hoses and all the things that may cause a problem with this customer. They want to be able to fix anything that happens to the car. The desires of CJ's is not at all aligned with theirs. That's not to say it's bad or anything, but it's completely different. Let's take a look. At United, we keep our customers' cars running like new, and we take the time to do so. Now, this is a completely different model. The people working on the car are going to be diligent about other things that may be problematic. It's going to take a little more time, but that's their business model. And you may have something outside of these two examples, and that's fine. The key point is, as you've seen there, keep it very, very simple. And you say to yourself, hey, Dennis, what does this have to do with working on a project? Well, it has everything to do with it when you're dealing with people that are going to offer time and energy to support the project. Everyone's got to be supporting the culture of the business, and this is where it starts. It's very, very simple. Don't overdo it. Don't complicate it, but get it down 1 or 2 sentences, and we'll go to the next step, In the next issue of Gears Magazine, that'll be the March issue, where we'll get to work on your project and some really cool ways that are going to help that along. Thank you very much.